Go. Boop. Here.
Get all. Recording all these.
There we go. Actually recording some.
Let's go. Let's go. Okay.
It's the type of love where I can take the glove off. No protection, no weapons. I can slide fish bowl through any section. Good everywhere, I don't need to flex it. I can take you to the city, baby, we can test it. You ain't never met a nigga like me. 5'8", red hair, kinda look like Spike Lee. Got 100 bitches screaming, wife me. Bitch, I'm looking for my dad's little baby, try me. She gon' think I keep blocks, shooting up her club. I don't do the gunplay, I'd rather make love. Pussy so good, got me catting on my bruh. Shorty got me sprung, ayy, baby got me stuck. Baby, let's discuss it over white wine. Take you out, come alive in the nighttime. It's the right time, don't care if it's dark, baby, I shine. I shine, don't care if it's dark, baby, I shine. I shine, don't care if it's dark, baby, she gon' turn me up.
Who was that right there?
That was Tolly. Shout out to Tolly. We just did a shoot literally maybe a couple hours before we got here. Yeah, so that was fun. But we were talking about tattoos actually right before this started, so we might as well just continue it going in.
How old were you when you got your first tattoo?
It was my 18th birthday.
18th? Would your parents didn't want you to get one for a while?
Yeah, they were pretty against it, but then they just kind of didn't care. Like my brother had tattoos, my sister had already had tattoos. They were like whatever, and they didn't think I was gonna get as many as I did. And now they're kind of like, what the fuck?
They're like, oh, we should have.
Yeah, maybe we should have stopped. Yeah, maybe we should have chilled a little bit.
What was your first tattoo that you got?
I got the Yellow Submarine from the Beatles. You ever seen that? Yeah, I was a huge I'm still a huge Beatles fan. I love the Beatles.
You're so interesting because I don't see
you
as listening to. Type? I thought you were just only like in a hip hop rap
space.
Like
I like
type of like
yeah. I like a bunch of stuff, but it is very weird and all over the place. But I am for sure more of a hip hop head than anything.
I listen to everything. I'm not gonna say like I'm like really into one thing, or that I know a lot about one thing. Mm-hmm. I like music. I love especially live music. Mm-hmm. I don't care who it is. I'm gonna listen. I mean, obviously there's some stuff that you're like, I don't know if I'm like I get into it, but most like music that I see, I really enjoy.
Live music is fun no matter what, usually. I'll agree with you on that. I think, I'm definitely, I don't know how even. I just had a very big hip hop upbringing, but What
were the Beatles? How old were you when you first listened to the Beatles?
I was really young. That's probably the first thing like my parents probably put on, my mom at least.
What's your favorite Beatles song?
Probably the Yellow Submarine or...
Put that on right now.
Yeah, you want to I want
to hear the inspiration behind this tattoo.
It's pretty fun. So the whole thing is they had a movie when I was, or not when, but like they made a movie in the 60s called The Yellow Submarine, and it's them like running around in a yellow submarine. And my brother brought it for me when I was like 3-4 years old, and it just really put me on to music. Like I think I got super obsessed with music after I watched this movie. And I was like 3 or 4, so I'm a child, a very young child.
So you're just listening to the song and you're just vibing?
Yeah. But it was cool too because there's a yellow submarine like on the screen. It's like flying around through like different time periods and doing hella weird shit. I don't know. So funny.
This is a great song, honestly. Did you do you pull a lot of inspiration from like different types of music for your style of like your brand of like what you're trying to do?
Yeah, I mean, I look at different eras of time. You know what I mean? Obviously, like us, like being like '90s kids and like 2000s. I look at a lot of the stuff that like our either older siblings were wearing or like people that we grew up watching, like listening to and stuff. I am starting to get more into like older styles, like 60s, 70s stuff, but I'm not going to sit here and act like I like know everything about everything, There's a
lot of that's come back in the recent time.
Yeah. Everything's really a cycle, you know what I mean? In literally another 5 years, it'll be like the 2008s again. People wearing skinny jeans.
I've seen like really interesting pictures from like the 60s, 70s, like Chicano. Like you understand like Chicano culture? Yeah. Like how they have like the higher pants.
Suspenders that go to their nipples. And, I think that's low-key hella fly though,
like it's really... But I was like, when I saw them, I was just like, I could see someone wearing that now. Like,
I think that's super fly.
It's super nice. Like, it's funny because I have pictures of like my Theos and Theas like
all dressed up
back
like
in the day, like dressed up like that, and like they had the big hair and the the slick back hair. The men had like the slick back like comb back hair and the Ray-Ban shades.
That shit was super fire. And all that stuff is.
They all had the lowrider cars. Like they had like the super nice like lowrider cars.
That's a huge ass thing today too. Especially you got into Mission, you might see somebody's TO dressed like that.
Oh, for sure. And then you're gonna look across the street and you can see Blue Bottle.
For real, definitely though. Exactly. That's fucking insane.
You're gonna see fucking a yoga.
Literally. Somebody's been calling the cops on them. They'll be like, "Damn, they're not wearing the right shoes today." Yeah.
Nah, it's Mission's so interesting. I love it, but it's like so interesting of like the differentness of
the pockets of everything.
Imagine like what it used to be like. You know, obviously, we're both not from here. We didn't grow up here, so like what it used to be back then of like that richness and that culture and the dangerous and the scariness of it too. That all came along with it. Because I remember talking to someone and they were like, yeah, I'm happy that the Mission's better now. I feel safe walking around.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
I was like, what? But like they were serious about it. They were like, because they were like they're a lady, so they're like, they're like I never felt safe, and now I feel safe, and I'm like, oh, okay.
I feel like it could still happen.
I still
just
felt like
bad.
it was like fucked up, but you know, I didn't question them. They're born and raised here, so you know, it's not my place to say anything. But I just kind of felt like that's kind of weird, but.
It is. It's a strange thing. I'm not sure how I feel about that. For sure, like I have no perspective as a woman at night, especially.
Oh yeah.
But it's just like I feel like that's still like a dangerous place to go at night for a woman. Not to say that like women shouldn't go there, but
I think anywhere in the city.
That's what I'm saying. Dangerous. I'm like, what? Like, I don't know. There's always something going on in Mission still. Like even though it's completely different from I'm sure how it was 20 years ago, it's like.
Well, like I'm working at a bar, so I see dudes sometimes that try to pick up on like really drunk women, and like sometimes like we have to intervene and be like, hey leave. Up. Like, are you good? Leave them alone. Like you have to go. Like get the fuck out of here. Leave her alone. Then we'll make sure that they get an Uber because we ain't trying to see that shit. Because you can see it right away. I'm like, dude, she's fucked up. Like leave her
You're
alone.
A fucking creep for
You're
that.
You're creeping hard. Like it doesn't happen often, which I'm thankful that it doesn't because then I would fucking hate for that to be like a place where motherfuckers go to do that.
To see a lot,
but I know that it happens throughout the city, and there's like shit like that.
It happens everywhere, not just the city. It happens, all
of
there's
a lot of fucking weird shit.
United States, all of the world, unfortunately.
Yeah, so there's that, but just like the different cultures, different like the scenes of what we go through. I think it's so interesting from like the 70s, 80s, 90s, the early 2000s to now. Mm-hmm. Or the mid 2000s, like the 2010s of like their fashion, like were you wearing those like skinny color jeans and everything?
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely.
Were you old enough to be jerking or no?
Yes, I was. I was in middle school when jerking started, so yeah, I was very
People
big
were
on
just
it.
having battles.
I remember being in middle school and literally we'd be having like we'd be having like a jerk competition or whatever. And then all of a sudden our vice principal would come in and she'd be like, no more jerk offs. And we'd be like, what the fuck?
Tone it down there.
Yeah, you need to tone it down.
Ms.
Come on,
Higgins.
Miss Sparks. Yeah. Pretty close though. Hey. But no, that was a different time for sure. I kind of can't wait for that kind of music to start coming back. I remember, have you ever been in a club when that music comes on?
No.
I have. And like people would look at me so weird because I'd just start jerking and then they'd be like, what the literally the dance floor would like clear and I'd be the only one like
it starts happening.
And I'm like, am I like the youngest person here? But now I'm starting to be like the oldest person there that doesn't know.
You started seeing the crowds and stuff like, man, why is everyone getting younger? Bro,
it's so weird. Literally, I was just at an event yesterday and usually I'm not saying I'm the oldest person in the club, but usually everyone's like around like our age, like mid to late 20s. But I was doing this event and it was maybe like I was probably one of the oldest people there, like, and it was like everyone was like 21 to 24, 25, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, I was like, do I have any business being here right now?
Yeah, that's why I stay away from certain things because I'm like I feel older, so I feel like I'm not, young people should have their time to do their thing.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I feel like there's a time and place where everyone should, there should be a diverse group of like ages or age ranges for things because I feel like we all could enjoy, have a good time together. There's certain spaces where I think young people need to be themselves.
For sure.
And I feel like sometimes old people creep creep it out, and it's like
exactly, yeah.
It's
No,
not
that's
like
100%
it's not
true.
like get out of here, fogey. You know, get the fuck. But it's like
It's also
let
though,
people
like,
have their time. You know?
yeah, exactly. You definitely been in those like clubs where there's like a fucking like 40-year-old and he's like talking to like a 19-year-old, and you're like, what is going on? Like, you guys need to no. You guys should not be talking.
There's some weird shit. But yeah, no, like I've seen that a lot. Like I've seen a lot of that stuff, but like I was like, I never want to be that person. Like,
for real.
I hope I don't be that person.
Exactly. No, there's no way we're that bad for sure ever.
I was like, I'm
even like now I'm like, I leave women my age alone. Like I'm for sure gonna leave fucking a 20-year-old alone when I'm fucking 50. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be like, I have no business even like being near you.
Yeah.
I already feel like there's a 30 fucking foot rule.
Like, yeah, like people have no like. I was like, aren't you embarrassed? Like
dead ass. Like, well, you know, some people are like going through their midlife crisis or whatever, so they're all like, what the fuck?
They're into it. So
yeah, that's true.
Back on your submarine tattoo.
Oh yeah.
So
tattoos.
When you got that tattoo, were you scared to tell your parents?
Not super scared. I'm like the type of person to like kind of set the tone for my parents really early in life. You know,
damn, you tell them what to do?
No, I'm just gonna let I temper their expectations. You know what I mean? Like, I let them know very young on that I did not want to go to college. I let them know basically like maybe months before that I got the tattoo. I was like, I'm gonna get this tattoo. This is gonna be my first tattoo. And I think they were very against it at first, but then it's like, you know, once it's like 3 months in and I'm like still saying I'm gonna get this tattoo, they're like, all right, whatever. Like, I can't stop you.
And you paid for it yourself, so.
No, actually, they bought it.
Shit!
Yeah, because it was my birthday, and they're like, all right, listen, like, I guess if you want anything for your birthday, you can have this. And they came, which was very awkward, but like, you know.
Do your parents have tattoos?
My mom does. My dad does not. My dad's super against tattoos, which is hella weird, especially like Polynesian culture. Like, that's like a big ass thing, but because he didn't want to get any traditional tattoos, he didn't want to get any like other tattoos.
He wanted to be Americanized.
Yeah, he went super the other route. He was like, nope, I'm married to a white woman. No one will know. Like, it's very much
no one can tell.
Yeah, pretty much. Even though people still be looking at you like, you Mexican? You're like, damn it.
Does your dad think he's Mexican all the time? Like, do you get called by people?
Yeah.
They start speaking to him in Spanish?
Do the Spanish thing. They'll be like, oh, you know, start speaking Espanol. And then they're all like, he's like, what the fuck?
Sometimes I forget that I look Mexican. Like, I feel like I don't really look that Mexican, but people start talking to me in Spanish all the time. And I'm like, oh shit, I forgot I am. I was like,
do you speak Spanish though?
No, not at all.
Okay, I was going to say like,
I feel bad because I look at them for a while because I can understand it, but I can't like.
I mean, you literally are Mexican, but yeah,
I can understand like the Spanish and stuff. Like, there's some words. Actually, there's a lot of words I don't know, but I can like.
You pick up on a little gist.
I could pick up on it. Like, I'm not like that well on it, but better than I was when I was younger. But I can't communicate back to people, and so it gets awkward when I'm just like, "Hey, I'm sorry, I don't speak Spanish." And then they like switch up and they speak to me in English, like right away. And then they just look at me funny, like
they're like, "Damn, this Mexican cat is not that Mexican."
But the problem is, I let people talk like for a while before I even say
you'll let them go for a couple sentences
because I'm trying to see if I can understand what they're saying. And then when I get to a point where I can't understand it, then I'll say something. Because if I'm understanding them, then I'll speak back to them in English.
Yeah.
But if I can't understand them, if I can't understand what they're saying, I'll be like, oh, I'm sorry,
I lost you.
I can't.
Yeah.
I don't speak Spanish.
That's kind of funny.
And then so I just try to say it like straight up. But yeah, I forget that I look Mexican sometimes. So like,
do you have like cultural tattoos like that besides this new one that you got?
The new one, no, that's my first one that I got. That was like that I'm trying to do. Like, I got towards like my Mexican heritage and stuff. So
yeah.
That was one of the big things of getting my latest tattoo. Was like I wanted to honor my Mexican heritage and also like the last name of like my family's last name, like on my dad's side, my biological father and my like late grandfather. So
how do you say it?
Briseño.
Okay.
So yeah, so it's I don't have their last name, so I just wanted to honor it because my dad has stage 4 cancer and stuff. So
oh damn,
I wanted to give some.
That's horrible. You have never talked about this. What the fuck?
Yeah.
What kind of cancer? I'm sorry. We don't have to talk about it.
He has stage 4 liver cancer.
Oh jeez. Yeah.
And he was never. It was crazy because I've never seen him drunk in my life. Like, he just never was a drinker.
Usually that's the ones that it happens to too, though. You know, some people get like lung cancer and it's like they smoked like one cigarette once.
What he like had cancer and it just spread.
Man, that's tough.
So
I'm
like,
so sorry, man.
But
That's not fun at all.
his mom passed away from cancer. So it's like,
it's a big thing. It runs in your family.
Well, no, he went to go get tests, and he let us know. He's like, it's not a genetical. It just happened.
Interesting.
Very interesting. It just has happenstance. He thought it might have been a genetical thing. So like, he was scared that he would pass it down to his children, but we don't.
You don't think it's gonna happen?
We're at risk probably, but not
as much.
Not as risk. I mean, everyone's at risk for whatever. But it's like, yeah, he just never went to the doctor ever. Never got checkups. I mean, he probably could have caught it earlier if he would have went to checkups. You know, he probably could have got it before it spread. But like now,
it's a tough game, especially in America. You know, like
and then my dad don't have papers, so it's like he never had health insurance. So you know, he's immigrant, so he just never really took care of himself. Always just worked. And life so now it's
like that. Huh?
Yeah, but when I found out from my dad, I went through like the stages, like denial. Then what is it like? Stages of grief, denial, anger. I was angry, man. I like all the stuff I suppressed of like being angry about my parents because I didn't meet my dad till later in life. Till I was like 11, 10.
Okay.
So I had a lot of anger as a teenager. I was very angry at my mom and all this stuff. As I got older, I thought I worked on it. I thought I'd let it go. But then when that anger stage came, I was angry again. Like I was like,
how old were you?
When what?
When you found this out?
Oh, it was like 2021.
Oh, so 2 years ago.
Yeah,
okay.
Like 2 years ago, like I was going through like the anger stage, and then I went through the denial, anger,
grief,
and
something, and then acceptance.
I'm at the acceptance part.
Yeah.
So like now I could talk about it where I'm like,
it's crazy because I've never even seen you very like upset. So like hearing you talk about this so very easily is kind of crazy to me.
Oh yeah, because I went through the stages. So
yeah,
it's okay. Allow yourself to go through stages. Allow yourself to talk about things because
that's mainly.
Yeah, I had a really hard time. Like usually I'm very even keel and like I'm the person because I've been a case manager forever where people go to me and talk to me about all their problems. Mm-hmm. So when stuff happens to me, I'm just like
whatever about it.
Like I try to be calm back. I don't ever talk about my issues with others.
You're a bit of you bottle things up.
Oh hell yeah. But I don't. But I don't like. I should go to therapy and shit. You know,
everyone should go to therapy.
I should go. You know,
you shouldn't just say yourself.
Yeah, I should go. I should do something more to do better. I try to get better, and I try to talk to my girlfriend more. I try to like talk. But I do the it's called the machismo Mexican way of like just bottling everything in.
Yeah, and I think that's just a man's thing in general. You know, I do that too for sure.
It's dumb. So it's like
very dumb.
So like so now I'm able to talk about it. I'm on the acceptance part of it. I'm just like, you know, I'm prepared for whatever happens.
Yeah. That's pretty crazy.
It is. So that's why I got my tattoo to honor my father, and I got it by Iggy from Frisco Tattoo. He's a local native out here from San Francisco. He's cool ass dude. He's only 20 years old, man. He's a young kid.
What the fuck? How'd you meet this motherfucker?
I met him when he was doing hand poke tattoos when he was a teenager.
What do you mean? Where were you?
So the homie that I used to work with at Escape from New York, or Escape from New York Pizza.
Okay.
I worked with him on he was always getting hella tattoos. I was like, where are you getting tattoos from? He was like, oh, I get it from my homie Iggy.
Okay.
And so then I looked at his stuff on Instagram, and then I hit him up, and then he came over and he did like a little like tattoo party like session.
Yeah.
And we all got like tattoos, like me, like three of us, like me, my roommate, and our friend Jared. We all got a tattoo the same day, like little small ones.
That's pretty cool.
And then he was showing me like his work and stuff, and then I was like, oh, I actually want to get like a calavera, you know, like a skull, like a sugar, like
the one like right here,
the one I have on my arm.
Oh, the one over here.
Yeah, okay, so I have a couple. So like my girlfriend's mad at me because I get too many. I really want to. I like skull tattoos. I really want to get another one, but she's like, you got to stop with the skull tattoos. I was like, all right. So
really? She says you can't get any more.
Because I already have like two.
Does she have tattoos?
Yeah, she has hella tattoos.
Okay.
She got way more tattoos than I do.
Yeah.
So
I get that though. I'd definitely be the type. Too many.
So like I wanted one, but I wanted one with like that had like a SF in it. Logo, cool. And then it has the Golden Gate Bridge in it, and it's colored on my arm, and I really like that one. So he gave me that one, and then he gave me like all my tattoos are pretty much been by him. And then I got another one on my leg. I have he did a lot of them hand poked, so I was talking to him yesterday when he gave me a tattoo, and he said that was the last hand poke tattoo that he's done.
Really?
And so that's pretty cool. Now he's he works at Frisco Tattoo. He internship there. He's been there like 2 years now. So now he's like, he does really good tattoos all the time. And I've only got a couple tattoos from like other people. Like one was like a flash in the Mission. Like me and my girlfriend walking by, we saw they were doing a flash, and we're like, well, we never got a tattoo at the same time.
That's pretty cute.
So we went and we got like a small little tattoo together. And I have like, it's just like a little cactus with a hat on it.
Okay, yeah, I did see that one. Yeah.
Yeah, so I got a couple. So now that I've had the difference from like the hand poke and the gun does not hurt as compared to a hand poke. Tattoos are painful.
It starts getting tender. That's why they just keep going.
They keep going. It feels like just nitpicking at you. Just like.
Also, depending on where you get, like where have you? What was the most painful tattoo you got?
Most painful one I had is in the back of my calf. That's
me, dude. Okay,
that hurts so much.
I did mine I got mine with a machine though. Yours is a hand poke, right?
Mine was hand poke. Yeah.
We were talking about it earlier, but I went to Atlanta to get this tattoo done because I really like this.
You flew out to Atlanta for it?
Not just for that. Like me and my friends, when I used to live like in a big house with like a bunch of roommates, and we would go usually to the South once a year. Like we'd pick a state in the South.
What the South?
I don't know. We didn't like want to get passports, so we just went like somewhere completely different from where.
Dude, that's pretty dope, man. I tried to do that with my homies, but
it's fun.
Yeah, we tried to go.
Really fun. But we went to Atlanta, and I got this tattoo from this guy, and it's a pretty big tattoo. I can show it to you later, but. He when he started tattooing me, my leg just started like uncontrollably just shaking,
twitching.
Yeah, and then he was like, "Hey, like, can you chill it out?" And I was like, "I promise you, I have no control over this. Like, I'm sorry, but you're just gonna have to like strong arm me." And he like put his arm like over my leg to make sure that I wouldn't shake as much, and it was really bad. I felt so sorry for him. Sorry, Chris.
No, my girlfriend is the same way. Like she has she can't get tattoos on her leg. She has a couple, but every time she like twitches really bad.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, but geez, it does not.
I wasn't really twitching. Like mine says still, painful, but says still.
But it didn't stop you from doing.
One of my favorite tattoos though is by my buddy Hans. Like he does
little shark.
Yeah, he does like hand poke tattoos as well, and he does a lot of cool stuff. Like he doesn't do like he only does like his work. Like he doesn't do like
he won't do like a flash or anything like that.
I mean, he makes his own flash pages, but he won't do like if you want something designed, like he would tell you to go to someone that make a design. Like he just does his own, like he has his own creative style that he does, and you just pick from it. And so I'm just got like a little tiny shark because he had like a little tiny shark and like a heart, and so I just picked those two, and I was like, "Can you combine them?" And he was just like,
"Hell yeah,
yeah, I'll do it." And then he does really cool stuff. Like he has like really interesting style, and it's very like cartoonish. It's very like fun and different.
I need something like that.
And so so he's cool. So like I just he has like a cool setup in the sunset. Like he has a nice room, and in his room he has like a kind of like a tattoo like bench.
Yeah.
So
my brother had one of those too. Those are strange times.
Your brother tattooed?
Yeah, he still kind of does.
You ever got one by him?
Yeah, I've gotten quite a few by him. I have a lot by him actually.
How many do you have by your brother?
Let me think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, maybe 5.
Damn, is your brother good?
He's a really great artist. But when I started with him, he had just started tattooing.
Oh, it's different when you do it on people's skin.
Yeah. So all my tattoos, I would still say are pretty good, but there are some that I kind of wish that like we had done over and done smarter because he didn't know what he was doing and I didn't know what to expect as like a client, of his. But I'm still liking them. They're fun.
Well, when I started getting tattoos by Iggy, he's 20 now. So when I was doing it was probably like.
It's probably like what, 16, 17?
Or he was probably like 17.
That's
so
many.
He was probably like 17. Yeah, he was 7. He just like turned 17, but he had been tattooing for a while. So like I was just like, yeah, go with it. Like I trust you. And his tattoos have been great. Like he's just for being young, dude. Like he's good. Like he's really fucking good. Like he's very detailed.
Starting that early too is such a great head start.
He's a very good artist, and now he's able to do like his own work. So you could just tell him and he'll create stuff for you. So like Iggy recommend going to him, Frisco Tattoo. Yeah, there's a shop on 25th Mission, and the other one's on 24th.
Let's get a Cutty Convos tattoo, dude.
Ooh, that'd be sick. That'd be sick.
That'd be super fucking funny.
Or if we do this, keep going for the year anniversary, I'm down. I'll get a little anklet.
Yeah, I actually already have an anklet. Do you have an Escape from San Francisco tattoo at all?
Not at all. No? I wanted to get Escape from New York, a pizza one, because owner said owner would pay for it if whoever got one. So there's a couple of people that have that tattoo.
That's super funny.
It's hella funny, yeah.
Oh my god,
I wonder if he still does it, because I would be down to do it, but like
for real, if I got some free pizza out of it, I might do it.
I don't know if
give me some pestos.
I don't know if he was like, if he paid for it, I'll be down.
Dead ass, that'd be funny. Just get a fucking the Lady Liberty.
But I also have a couple other friends that like that I worked with in the past and that have became tattoo artists now, and it's like they're doing great ass work, and it's like it's cool to see like them like come up and see them
do the progression and everything.
Yeah, just to see how their life is going, and like I
have a friend who started tattooing around the time that I like started getting tattoos. And I remember I used to be able to pay him like $50 and I'd get something pretty good. And now his minimum charge is $1,000.
Fuck, hell yeah.
I mean, I'm super proud of him, but I'm always like, God damn it, I don't want to pay $1,000 for this.
He got like really good and like.
Yeah, no, he does really well. He's done like.
Is he out of the T?
Yes, he is. He is out of the T. Yes, T-Mech. He is one of the only good T-Mechians ever. He's a Mexican cat too, though, so he's like very not with the shits that Temeculans be doing.
Oh god damn!
Forgive me.
Slip.
I did not.
You
say
had a Freudian slip.
Yeah, obviously.
Damn,
everyone's always calling me Mexican. Yeah.
I felt that resentment.
Damn. No.
Well, that's why honestly I like going to the homie Iggy, because he's a Yucatan like Mexican cat, and like you don't really see a lot of tattoo artists like that. Or even like
that's
in
true.
the,
it's still a really white dominated space.
Well, even in the like here in the like the industry, like the service industry, you really don't see like a lot of Mexicans or Yucatan Mexicans like actual bartenders.
Yeah, no, that's true.
And so you don't really see that. And every time you go to the bar and you see a little short one, you always think like, oh, that's the bar bag.
Yeah,
but then I'm starting to meet a couple that are. So
like,
it's cool.
Hey, what was your homie's name that hooked you up with the drink last time? He was cool.
Oh, that was Raul.
Raul, I fucked with Raul. Raul, shout out to you.
Yeah, Raul. He's gonna be a dad, man.
Oh, is he really? Hey,
he's gonna have a kid for first time. 43 years old.
Wow. Wait, how old?
He's 43.
And he's having a kid. Wow, that's a great time to start, though. I'm not.
I know. He was like, he told me, he was like, I'm ready now. I was like,
yeah, you better be. For real. 43. Yeah, that's cool though. I fuck with that.
I was like, you better be.
Yeah, I feel like low key.
He's like, now I gotta chill out. No more partying for me.
At 43, I would hope.
Because he goes hard. He goes fucking hard.
Hey. Shout out to that. I don't even know if I can still party anymore, and I'm about to turn 27.
You guys think that like I work like when you work in the service industry with like a lot of older people, they're still going fucking hard, hella hard, and they're like, yeah, I'm just like, it's like I've been so chill now. I'm like, chill, motherfucker. You fuck. What are you talking about?
I just saw you do a line last night, dog. Yeah,
and you're back. Like I saw you blacked out, and you came back again, and you're working. Like, how? And you're like, yeah, I'm just taking it chill.
Just taking it chill for that. Yeah. Hey, that's called addiction starting early, you know? That's me. That's going to be me and saying, no, it's fine. Let's not.
I hope not. I'm going to put you in.
you going to put me in line real quick?
We're going to start playing Amy Winehouse before every show.
Oh, no. Not Amy Winehouse. I do love Amy, though. She's a little scary, though.
Yeah, some of her songs, like, she had great music.
She did. She had great
Legend.
pipes. There we go. But,
Legend.
You know, wait, what else did we need to talk about before we
we're gonna take a little break at this moment.
Breaks.
And then we'll hit back with the next segment.
Bam, bam, bam.
Ooh, yeah, this shit on repeat.
It's hella funny. Wow, my fucking battery's at 15%.